Hello, my name is Juan Angel. Today I will be discussing several historical events that have impacted research and practices of organizational psychology. In addition to that, I will be talking about several scenarios highlighting the positive impacts of organizational psychology and such things as recruitment, keeping high performers happy, creating effective job descriptions and minimizing counterproductive work behaviors. To support my points today, I actually utilize several references. Of course, number one are textbooks with Jex and Brits. I also utilize two research articles from the Journal of Vocational Behavior. The first was published in 2012 and included research from Ellen Kosek and was titled "Work Non-Work Boundaries Profiles: A Person-Centered Approach." The second was released in 2019 and highlighted research from Mian Zhang titled "Does Work to Family Guilt Mediate the Relationship Between Work and Family Conflict and Job Satisfaction?" I also utilized research from Stephen Wood, and I found in the International Journal of Human Research Management titled "Use of Work Non-Work Support and Employee Well-Being, the Mediating Roles of Job Demands, Job Control, Supportive Management, Work Non-Work Conflict." And lastly, an article that I found online from Paul Spector on his website, posted in 2022, titled "What is Work Family Conflict?" Let's go ahead and jump right in. 2020 was a year where we were exposed to the COVID-19 pandemic, along with social movements like the Black Lives Matter was in full swing as well at this time. Both these kinds of events actually force organizations not only to reconsider their practices and how they got production done, but on top of that, to even reevaluate their diversity practices and to see where they might have had any gaps. In this discussion, I will explore impacts these events had on remote work, work family conflict, and workplace diversity. Paul Spector noted that remote work became a game changer in how institutions approach production and employee engagement. This was because now work could be done anytime, anywhere. Thus, organizational psychologists began researching things like how to maintain organizational culture in a remote setting, and work-life balance, and how to manage that for employees. This shift, again, was heightened because of the importance of being able to be adaptable and perform because of what was going on in the time in the workplace. So, again, not just employees, but organizations needed to be flexible and innovative as well as how they did things. The pandemic also brought work and family conflict to the forefront. Again, according to Spector, employees, some started to feel isolation and depression, and some were even struggling to do their job duties. They were managing some responsibilities at once, such as being at work, at home, but at the same time watching their children who were in school, and they had to make sure they were getting homework done and eating and things like that as well. So they started to kind of create some strains for parents in this time. Jackson Britt highlighted how this led to research for employee well-being, stress management support. And the results were positive. Many organizations started to adopt policies that promoted work-life balance for their employees. Again, the social movement of Black Lives Matter showed an area that many companies were lacking as far as their diversity. And so as far as organizational psychologists, they began to focus on limiting biases in recruitment, improving diversity in organizations, and creating strategies for leadership that were all inclusive, so they could be well-rounded and make sure that they weren't leaving anybody out. Our readings discuss how many organizations even became proactive in fostering these work environments, because with a more diverse workforce, this can improve innovation and adaptability for the companies. And as you can see at the time, with everything going on from COVID and this movement, this adaptability and innovation was really needed. Unfortunately, though, this diversity has been attacked here recently through House Bill 17. Educational institutions are now no longer able to have DEI departments or DEI personnel on campus, or even give any kind of training to personnel. I know at my job now, people in our training department unfortunately have been let go because they let some of the training go by that included DEI training. So they had to be let go. The good part of this is future organizational psychologists, we can actually be a part of the movement that brings this back by doing the research and proving that DEI is important and is needed in education. So we're going to jump right into the first scenario. The first scenario involves helping a university recruit a more diverse pool of highly qualified applicants. How I would do this is I would recommend that the institution does targeted recruitment, creates a job description that promotes a good organizational fit, so the employee or potential employee knows that what they're getting into, and cultivate socialization early. Targeted recruitment, what this would look like as far as for the university would be expanding their efforts as far as posting the job and not just one posting or say their website, but a variety of networks and websites. This would include even tabling at diverse conferences as well, partnering with headhunters and even recruiters, and informing them the goal of having a multicultural faculty. And then also connecting with organizations that are promoting underrepresented groups, specifically in academia. And this would help to create a more diverse faculty for the institution. Next is being a good organizational fit. Again, recruitment is about attracting the right fit for the organization. So the institution should ensure that all the job descriptions accurately reflect the organization's culture and values. Our reading suggests that job seekers themselves are evaluating employers, not just the other way around. They want to make their choice based on how their values and their culture align with the potential organization that they're going to go into. And then again, socialization is key. Once a new faculty is hired, it's essential to make them feel welcome and get them integrated into the culture quickly. In addition, individuals from different backgrounds may face a unique challenge in socialization, but again, organizations can counter this by having a supportive work environment for them. Research suggests doing things like giving new employees swag bags, right, with gear from the institution, different color shirts, pins, backpacks, things that they can take with them, a nice coat, things like that. And on top of that, create an onboarding process, and this onboarding process will expose the employee to things like the mission and the vision early, so that they can know that they align with each other, and that everything that's on the job description is continuing, and they're seeing it already as far as under orientation. So that reaffirms them with everything. Then from there, fostering mentoring groups. Number one, it's going to give them somebody that they can ask questions to, and they have support. On top of that, they're going to get infused into the culture as well. And then this would give them an opportunity to get to know their coworkers. And again, all these things would even help people with diverse backgrounds that may be challenging to socialize just because they're from a different culture. But again, those things like getting a welcoming kit, an onboarding process, and fostering mentorship programs are universal, and it will help all new employees coming in. The second scenario is about how companies can ensure how high performers continue to be happy and contribute to the organization. I would recommend reducing work-life balance, and how you would do that would be offering flexible work hours and cultivating a supportive work culture for the employee. So again, flexible work hours and remote options is one of the most effective ways to reduce work-life conflict. This flexibility allows employees to manage both their responsibilities at work and at the home. And so when they're able to do that, though, they're going to be happy with their job. So they're going to perform at a higher rate because they're going to know, hey, my job appreciates me. And again, when employees are allowed to manage their own time, they feel that the organization is demonstrating that they're committed to their well-being as well. So that makes them want to invest and have higher productivity. Research that was conducted shows that employees, when they have control over their schedules, experience less stress and are more likely to stay with the organization. So not just high productivity, but better retention as well. And again, the other side is a supportive work culture. Our readings pointed out that creating a culture where work-life balance makes employees feel like the organization respects their personal time. Again, where work is work and home is home. That's really beneficial, because then once they see that, then they can go and say, hey, not only can I go to work and work is work, but work is creating my life at home. Me being able to pay my bills, take family trips, buy nice things for other people. And so they start to want to reciprocate that as well. I was really proud to find out that that organizational psychologists have been very instrumental in guiding companies in providing resources like employee assistance programs. Psychologists have even noted that providing counseling, childcare, things like that will lower stress and again show that that the employee feels supported and they'll want to stay longer. I also just wanted to point out that managers should also encourage employees, especially the high performers, to take time off without making them feel guilty, but encouraging that, because those high performers have earned it. The next scenario involves OCBs. OCBs are valuable, but they should not overshadow the essential competencies needed for a role or to do a job. To improve academic job descriptions and ensure a person's knowledge is not overshadowed, I would recommend incorporating specific word competencies. What that would mean is during the job description, when writing it, don't emphasize just on OCBs, but clearly identify those technical skills and expertise required to thrive in the position. For example, the position in the past that says something like, hey, we're looking for somebody who's collaborative and adaptable. That's great, but it might overlook the critical things like, how do they complete administrative work? What's their subject knowledge like? How's their classroom management? Do they know how to supervise students? So again, incorporating those specific skills. Instead of asking if somebody's dependable, can you meet critical deadlines? Can you manage big tasks and projects at the same time as well? I mean, even implementing the level of expertise as far as software, letting them understand all facets of the position, so they know exactly what they're getting into. Again, the job description is, if it's clearly understood, the employee will thrive. And so it's not just about letting them know what those OCBs are, because those are important, but letting them know, hey, here are the specific task competencies that we need for you to contribute and be successful in this position. The last position entails advising on WCBs, which is for example, that we're using is that employees working few hours than expected due to organizational constraints like feeling underappreciated. I would recommend that organizations create a clear job clear job expectations, provide stress management, and again, start an award system. Our text message that if employees feel that their job is unclear or perceived as unfair, it will contribute to counter work behaviors such as stealing supplies, leaving work early on top of that. These unclear expectations really just get employees disengaged and unmotivated to do their work. Hence, companies need to ensure that job roles and expectations are communicated early and confirm that the individual understands these tasks by asking questions, following up, things like that. Stress management, again, we've talked several times, is critical. High levels of stress and workload may contribute to employees reducing their hours because they want to start to withdraw themselves because the work-life balance is being strained. Companies should also consider that they may be the problem, not just that the employees is being burnt out, but why are they being burnt out? Is the environment too stressful? Providing stress management and life skills to balance both responsibilities and offering flexible scheduling are really some key ways that you can reduce this and that are forms of stress management. Researchers suggested implementing regular employee feedback sessions and surveys also can help understand employee stressors, and that way you can take action to try to limit them as well. Lastly, award systems. As Jex and Britt point out, no award systems, low recognition, and terrible bosses are predictors of CWB. It can cause workers to become disengaged. To counter this, though, however, this is where people can be acknowledged. I mean, simply giving them a free lunch to the cafeteria or a gift card somewhere, maybe to Starbucks or something. Praising them in publicly in meetings, letting them know in front of the entire faculty, the entire staff, or whoever it may be. Hey, John here, Sally, they did a great job, and I'm really proud of them. Thank you so much for your help. And so I'll give them a round of applause. Give them a day off. Reward them with employee of the month awards. Maybe that comes with the parking spot, things like that. Also offer performance and based incentives such as bonuses and promotions even. Thank you so much for your time. I really hope that you found the information insightful. Lastly, I'd like to say all glory be to God and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.